Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. My name is James, and today we're going to go ahead and sit down and talk to you guys about the latest news in regards to Reading Football Club. Now, in my last video, we previewed the Bolton game coming up on Saturday, and I thought that'd be the last video I would need to make before the game would commence. But unfortunately today, the news has come out that Reading can confirm that a suspended 3-point penalty has been activated as a result of our owner, Mr. Dye, failing to deposit an amount equating to 125% of the club's monthly wage bill into a designated account by the deadline of Tuesday the 12th of September 2023, as ordered by the Independent Disciplinary Commission in its decision of the 15th of August 2023. Now, obviously last month we received a 1-point penalty deduction as a result as to 3 instances of late payment of wages, and we had a further 3-point deduction suspended as we haven't paid our players on time. As part of that suspension, Dai Young was required to put 125% of the wages into a designated bank account so that just in case we weren't able to pay it, it was there. Unfortunately, he hasn't paid it once again. It's a consistent running theme with Dai Young is he forgets and he doesn't pay things constantly. He might not have forgotten, but he has not paid it yet again. Reading have also included that, as communicated to our supporters previously, Mr. Dye is currently undertaking an ongoing process of seeking sources of stable external investment for the football club with the aim of mitigating the risk of cash flow complications arising in the future. Big drastic measures need to be taken in my opinion. None of this half-assed supporters doing protest. None of this couple of people stay behind and slam the chairs and sing "We want Dai Young out." None of this support the team during the game. Look, these chants need to be done throughout the game itself. I get we need to support the boys throughout the 90, and it's not their faults. But you need national coverage. You need something that will make an impact, and not just 200 people staying behind after a football game. There needs to be die out chants throughout Saturday, in my opinion. It needs to be something that gets taken and is escalated, if we're being completely honest. It's something, in my opinion, that needs to be escalated big time. Sell Before We Die has been very quiet, very, very quiet since that protest went wrong. I'm not saying that they've forgotten or because I'm guarantee they're doing loads behind the scenes and I guarantee they're doing such great work. But what's happening at Reading right now, it's having such a negative effect on the club. This 3-point deduction now means that we've had 4 taken in total this season, and it's taken Reading now into the relegation zone. The relegation zone of League One is pathetic, absolutely pathetic. The fact that this man continues to try and run a football club despite having no cash flow and no money, it's unacceptable. Now, the EFL have made comment as well. I'm not going to read the entire thing that they've said, but they have wrote that the EFL continues to acknowledge the negative impact sporting sanctions are having on the football club and remain extremely disappointed and frustrated at the club's ownership to meet its ongoing obligations under the EFL regulations. The league will continue to apply its rules in all circumstances deemed appropriate. How many points deductions are Reading going to get this year? If we're being completely honest and we're sitting here right now with this lunatic in charge, how many points deductions are Reading going to continue to get this season? Normally I'm fair, normally I'm unbiased, normally I sit here and give you the news without too much of my emotions being integrated into the video. But here today, I can't, because it's absolutely pathetic. We knew the day was coming. I tweeted literally 20 minutes before the announcement asking James Earnshaw, the Reading reporter, whether the 125% had been deposited. But we knew it was coming, and the fact that we haven't heard any news was just poor. It's so poor from Reading, and it just takes away all the good doing that Mark Bowen and his team behind the scenes have been doing with recruitment. Because now, say we need people in January, no one's going to want to come in January. Who's going to want to come to a club that gets points deductions constantly, that doesn't pay their players on time, and that has ownership that has no cash flow and no money at all? I know as a fact for a footballer, I wouldn't want to go there. And look, maybe Mr. Dai Young was relying on the sales of Tom Holmes, the sales of Nesta Guinness-Walker, the sales of Andy Carroll, Dean Bazounis, to be able to pay this 125%. And because these players haven't been sold, we haven't been able to pay this monthly bill. I can't sit here and say, yeah, 100% this is what's happening, but This is my guess. This is why I'm guessing we wanted these players. They've been just ostracised from the squad completely. And it's pathetic. It's not good. And Reading Football Club are being made to suffer once again. It's not the owners that are suffering. It's the fans. It's the players. It's the coaching staff. He can sit in his ivory tower and he can continue not to pay bills. Not happy at all. Look, that's going to be it for this one. There's not really too much else to comment on apart from something big needs to happen Saturday. Something needs to happen. Chants need to happen. Reading fans need to realistically stick their finger up to die young, if we're being completely honest, and not back out of it. And if someone boos and tells you to stop chanting, no, you're part of the problem. Realistically, you are part of the problem if you do that. So for this one, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Hopefully it'll be more positive. Hopefully we get a win against Bolton. I doubt it. Thanks for watching, guys. I've been James. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.